Hello. I know that I haven't put out a video in quite a while, but as of right now, I'm going to try to put out one video per day for this next week. So you're going to get 5 videos, and I'm also going to write an article, probably over a different topic, for these next 5 days as well. So you could go to themoneymovement.com and find those articles, and it'll help you learn anything from finance to college to personal stuff, all for the median age of 20 and under, to help excel your career in the future. My first topic today is going to be on credit, and my article is going to be regarding Gantt charts for those project manager type roles. They're going to be made using Excel, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So without further ado, let's get started. So when it comes to credit, we need to know the 5 main W's: who, what, where, when, and why. And I'll even throw in the how for you so that you understand how to build credit and how to get to that ultimate goal of financial security. So to begin, I'll give you the what is credit. Credit simply, in the lamest terms, is having a company know that you can repay your debts. So if I took $1,000 from the bank as a loan and I owed them that money, they need to have some sort of security that I will be good for it. So in the future, whether it be a year, 2 years, I'll be able to pay them for it. My credit would, whether it's closer to an 800 or whether it's lower, will tell them he is able to pay it or he's less likely to pay it. Now, they'll find this out by knowing your credit history, which includes if you've made late payments on credit cards. They'll know if I'm good for it if I have a lot of failure to pays, so I never paid at all, or all those types of factors that go into your credit score. Now, this is your credit history, it's your credit score, and it shows who you are to banks and companies that need to lend you money. Who needs credit? Truthfully, everybody has credit, and everybody needs good credit. The better your credit, the lower the interest rate you'll get on loans, the lower the car payment you'll have, the lower the mortgage you'll have when you buy a house. So when it comes to your credit score, it's a very important number that follows you throughout life. Why do we have credit? Well, just like I mentioned before, if you're going through life and you're paying for stuff and you're taking money and you need to pay it back, companies need to know you're a reliable shopper, you're a reliable person, and if you're taking money from them, they want their money back. The lower your credit score shows the worse you are at paying back. So if you needed to have a credit card and you weren't, you racked up thousands of dollars on that credit card and you're just paying the minimum each month, they're not getting that money back in full, and over the long period of time it'll take them longer to give them the money that they already gave you. And that shows someone who lacks the ability to pay back. Now, your credit card translates harshly to the rest of your life because you go for a car payment and now your car payment's $500 because you're more risky to the company. So the more risk you have, the higher your payments will be. And that's so that they can make more money back sooner and be more secure for them. That's just like the stock markets. High risk, they need a high reward. Low risk, they actually can lower your interest because they know they're going to make that money back in the time period that they set. Alright, so we'll go into the when and the where. So when should you start building credit? Truthfully, you should start building credit as soon as you can. This could be through doing a joint application for a car payment. So if you buy a new car and you put some money down and now you have to pay payments, if you sign your father or your mother with you onto the car payment, although their name is there, your name is also. So by making the payments on time and paying the car off in full, you'll be able to actually get a higher credit score from that because it shows that you were able to pay for such a big purchase. Secondly, although I don't know if it's as easy, getting a credit card early is a good way to put your money into your credits. So you should apply at a bank. There's some banks that are very friendly to student accounts, so you could go into that bank, ask for a student credit card. They'll give you a limit of maybe $500, so it's not that much, so you can't get too much in debt. But they'll give you the chance to actually have a credit card. Now you have to make sure that you're going out and using it wisely and paying back that debt in full within the month. That way you're actually making it show that, look, in a month I could pay back $500. And then in the future they'll even raise that limit from 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 2,000, and you'll be able to spend more, but only if you're paying for it. You know, don't get a higher limit if you can't afford it. Another great place to go to start with your credit score, and this works perfectly for students, is people who fill out the FAFSA and get financial aid actually do have credit. It doesn't affect you right away, but if you wait, I believe 6 months to a year after you fill out your FAFSA, you're actually able to take that credit information, go to a bank and actually open up a regular credit card. It does count as credit towards your name, and that's actually a little unknown knowledge that most people don't have. But it does help you out, and it can boost your credit score in the future. So, to finalize, we're going to go with the last how. As I mentioned earlier, if you get a credit card, that's probably your easiest way to raise your credit score. There's some do's and don'ts, obviously. So your main do's is your first credit card, if you get it, never close that credit card. Closing a card actually, one, erases your history with it. A big factor in your credit score is how long of a term you could keep a credit card. So if you keep it for a year, it doesn't look as good as if you had it for 20 years. You see what I mean? Going further, what I do when I have my credit card, now I'm a debit card, credit card kind of guy. Debit card for most locations, but if I'm going to get gas or a quick bite to eat, I'll swipe the credit card instead. Why do I do this? Well, swiping the credit card makes it one single payment that I know of, $20, $25 the max, depending on what I'm eating, what I'm getting, and I'm able to actually, right as the paycheck comes, pay that off and not worry about the amount being too high. Now those small payments that I'm making add up over time. I think I've had my credit card for a year, maybe a year and a half, and that actually shows that I'm able to pay. What I'm also doing is I bought a new car, and like I said, I went out, had my father co-sign with me, and I'm paying it off myself. It's a lower payment because when you have a co-signer, you're not as risky. Now if I went out by myself and did it, it might be, a balloon payment that's a lot of money. Lastly, just find a way to finance your future. I knew a gentleman in college, he would actually go out and buy used cars for maybe $3,000. He would finance it in the dealership, but then pay it off in full, and that actually helped him get credit throughout the rest of his life. Because as you can see, the bank thinks, alright, he's going to owe me this money, but when he's paying it in full earlier than the term date, they think he's really good for his money. To finalize, if you liked the video, please give a big thumbs up and a like down below. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my website, themoneymovement.com. It has a bunch of articles that might be useful to you. Again, ranging from college to finance to jobs. Anything you can imagine is on that website. We have some services that are available to you, so give it a check out. And lastly, leave a comment below detailing if you think these tips are useful or what you want to see in the future, and I'll be able to incorporate it in my videos. Thank you. Have a great day.